Welcome in. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for choosing to invest your time today for the next hour to 90 minutes. I truly want to say I appreciate you because time is money and you chose to be here today. So first of all, I want you to drop your name in the chat. Where are you from? What do you do? And what is one thing that you're looking to learn today? And any questions or anything, just hold off to the end. I will get to them, but I will make sure to attempt to answer any and all questions. And I'd also want to say that this is a live training. This is a workshop. I want you to make sure that you have a notepad and a pen close by. You're going to be able to implement a lot of the strategies that you are going to learn today in this room immediately after you leave this room today. My mission and goal is to have you have success and a win within the next 7 days. Okay. So if you stay till the end, you will get access to my Instagram story selling bundle valued at 197. And if you have ever struggled to show up in your stories, if you have ever struggled to show up in your stories, this is something that you definitely want to have access to. Okay. Hey, Taritha. That's something you definitely want to have access to. And so just reminders, make sure to keep your chat to a minimum, have a mindset of truly being present. Don't hesitate to drop any questions that you have toward the very end. And this is your time. So eliminate distractions or anything like that. And you're saying yes to your future self. That's why you chose to show up today. If you see any gems or anything that really stands out to you, make sure to take a photo and tag me at I am Elle Ross for a complimentary social media audit for your chance to win. But before we dive in, I just want to say too, this is not your regular content training. Whatever you thought about content before, I want you to go ahead and throw it out the window before you enter this room today. AI alone will not fix your content because you're going to need to show personality. You're going to need to show emotion in your content. Mass quantity. So I've seen people who are posting 3 to 5 times a day or they feel like they need to. It's not necessary. Yeah, you want to put in the reps, but quality and strategy is going to be key. And also, content creation is more than just posting content. It's about building a brand. It's about creating content that people relate to, know, love, and trust you to build that relationship. And my goal for today is for you to learn the fundamentals of what you will need to improve your messaging, your strategy, and clearly communicate your offer to your audience in an organic way without coming across salesy, without needing ads. And it's okay if you don't yet have an offer. We're going to discuss and brainstorm some ideas, but ultimately you're going to learn how to package, market, automate, and sell your offer and turn your ideas into income within the next 90 days by turning your content and your reels into an automated sales machine. So if you're ready, just say yes, type yes in the chat. I know I'm ready to give you all this tea, but just know that in order to make it happen, you're going to need to want it. Okay. You're going to need to want it. So make sure you're fully present and alive. And just to go over my intention, okay, no games. I want to offer you the answers to your most pressing questions because I know what it's like to have questions go unanswered and you're always searching maybe YouTube and anything like that. And I want to teach you how to turn your content into cash flow, the same things that I have been able to implement to generate $10,000 to $25,000 months or more that clients have paid me $10,000 to $25,000 to learn and implement. And I also want to give you a chance to work with me. Okay. Some of you guys might log off and that might be because you're not serious because it's impossible to stay like locked in to this information and taking notes if you're just curious about, okay, how can I make content, but you're not serious of actually implementing the strategies you're going to learn. We're not going to get into the meat and potatoes until about 30 minutes in. So you are going to want to be attentive. And again, stay till the end because I'm giving strategies away that you can implement as soon as you log off today. Okay. But I want to say you are definitely in the right place, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced creating content consistently. I'm telling you that your life will not be the same if you tap into the information I'm going to share today into your content that through this workshop. So let me know which one resonates with you. One, you want to attract more of your ideal clients, but you have not taken the time to get clear on who your dream clients are and what they need the most. If that's you, drop a 1 in the chat. Or 2, you want to achieve consistent lead flow on social media, but you've been struggling with your messaging, meaning you're creating content, it's not getting engagement, it's not getting people raising their hands, people aren't clicking the link on your bio or DMing you. If you're a 2, drop that in the chat. And 3, you would love a way to generate and earn passive, reoccurring revenue and income, but you currently struggle with knowing the best route to go with your offer. And you don't want it to take too much time and too much energy. If either 1, 2, or 3 resonates with you, Tarika, let me know in the chat. But no matter which category you belong to, it's clear to me that you want the following because I know I've been there. You want to get crystal clear on who your ideal client is and start creating content and messaging that's actually going to speak directly to them. You want to start creating a consistent flow of leads on social media with a proven content strategy and framework that's going to attract the right clients. And 3, you want to start earning reoccurring revenue online so you can have more time and financial freedom and start living life on your terms. And I just want to say that I don't want you to get caught up on the surface. I know what it looks like when you see people online, you see the social media, you're probably getting emails, you're overthinking, you see a beautiful website, you see content, you see workshops, and you said, I'm thinking of business owners that's overworked and wants to turn their business 80% passive. Ooh, I like that. But there's a gap. So there's a gap that you're looking to fill. And that might be you need to learn the sales process, the funnel, the messaging, the support, the software, the backend automations, how to read your analytics, and the funnel setup, the social sales and the conversations. So you're up here, this is what you see, but there's so much more that goes into it. And that's what we're going to go into today. But let's go. I want to share a little bit about my story. So this is where I started back in 2016 when I really started learning about social media. I was working a full-time financial sales job. I got laid off. Then I pursued a fitness career full-time. For the first 6 months, I really struggled with creating the content. Wasn't really good with my messaging. It was very unclear. I was creating selfish content. I was posting just to post because I'm like, oh, it's Thursday. I didn't post today. Let me find something in my phone. And I remember I had created a post telling people, 90 days, work with me. I had about 40 client consultations, and every single person except for 3 thought it was free. So after seeing 40 women, 37 thought it was free and only 3 bought. I was frustrated. I was like, how is this happening? But it's because my messaging was unclear. I didn't have a vision and a strategy for creating consistent content. And that's what attracted the wrong clients. But fast forward, I had big dreams. And so let's say yes to our future right now. So type a yes in the chat if you have big dreams and you want to say yes to your future, to build a brand and business that empowers and impacts your audience in a way that they're going to reach directly out to you in the DM, that allows your audience to truly understand exactly what you're creating, what your messaging is, and directly is selling to your ideal clients in a way that doesn't come across salesy, but they're essentially coming to reach out to you and building a business that gives you 100% autonomy and financial freedom. A little quiet, honey. I got my son in the background. To spend with your family like I'm doing right now and not be burnt out. So I am saying yes to my future. I want you to say it out loud. It's okay if I can't hear you. But just, honey, quiet, honey, quiet, quiet. Say yes, I am saying yes to my future, because when you see something in your present that you know that you need and it's going to propel you forward in life, you're going to say yes to that. So when I was 40 pounds heavier and I met a trainer who was going to help guide me, I said, yes, I needed that. When I first started my online business and I had no idea or clue how to grow or build content, and I needed to improve my messaging, I needed someone to support me, I said yes. And when it came time to hit the ground running to show up for my son, I said yes. So I just want you to get in the habit of saying yes to your future self and becoming that person today. So you might also think, okay, well, how can I achieve more passive recurring revenue and income without spending so many hours on social media? I get it. You don't have to be tech savvy. I'm going to share with you how. You might be saying, how can I help more people all at once without trading my time for money? So that way you can spend more time with your family, your children, go on vacations. And that's when I had a big aha. These are questions I was asking myself. And then that's when Reels to Revenue was born. And I discovered this strategy that just works. And what's amazing about this process that you guys are going to learn here in a second is that I'm a mom. That is my absolute 1000% number one priority. And so I knew I needed a way to show up in my business that allowed me to create an easier process. And so I could help more clients without trading time for money. So that way I could build a sustainable business without spending thousands on rent and overhead costs. Because in my past life, which wasn't that long ago, but about 5 years ago, I was a full-time in-person trainer paying $1,500 a month in rent at a gym, plus rent to live in my own household. And so when you transition online, you don't have these overhead costs and you can work from anywhere. And I wanted to create more content with less work and less effort. How many of you would love to be able to create more content with less effort? Build a business that's sustainable, that gives you more freedom. If that's you, say yes. Type a yes in the chat. And so fast forward 2024, after implementing my proven viral reel, the visibility framework, and Instagram content framework, content marketing became so much easier. I now only attract my ideal dream soulmate clients that I want to work with and repel those who are just not a great fit for my program and offers. And I'm consistently earning 5-figure plus months passively with less effort, allowing me to spend more time enjoying life with my son. And that has allowed me to, within just a month, $17,000 or $20,000. And at the time when I was earning this kind of revenue, I didn't have a huge audience. I only had 1,200 followers. And I was able to hit these kind of income goals with a small audience. But sorry, that's my son. And so how would you love to achieve results like this? Just like, yes, I would love to achieve results like this. And this is not posting 5 times a day. This is me posting 4 times in a month because I had so much life happening during this time. And so I'm here to tell you, you don't need a huge audience. You don't need a fancy website. I had neither of those when I was able to generate sales organically through my content. So just imagine you're posting less because you have a specific strategy. You're spending less time on social media. Honey, hey, honey, quieter, please. You're spending less time on social media and you're still being able to generate leads. He must be watching something. He's on the iPad. He must be watching something very entertaining. But at the end of the day, I want to say your dreams are possible. So this is Deidre, one of my past students, and she was saying, Elle was my social media coach, and she helped me create my business from scratch. With her guidance, I've been able to attract my ideal clients just with my content alone: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Something that was rarely happening before I started working with her. She's professional, caring, genuinely cares about my success. And that's why I chose her, because I didn't want to be just another client. I wanted to mentor and have someone help me grow my business. And if you're looking for help on social media, Elle is perfect. She studies and works so hard in her business, and it shows. Thanks, Elle. Adele, honey, hey, quieter, okay? Okay, and this is Akani. So Akani, he is probably one of the highest success students because he shows up consistently and he implements all of the strategies. He started off around 7,000 in his audience, and now he's almost close to 600,000. But as you see here, he needed to improve his brand message to connect with his ideal women that he wanted to work with. Switched his messaging, followed the real strategy to a T, and within 1 month, he was able to skyrocket, and all of his reels are now going viral. And he's really skyrocketed his business, his revenue. He's now been able to leave his 9 to 5. And so if you're ready to unpack your bags, get comfortable and be present with me for the next 45 minutes or so, just drop a yes in the chat if you're ready to get into the training and all the secrets that we are going to be breaking down today. Just drop a yes in the chat. You're ready to dive in. We're going to get into it. So I hope you're taking notes. So let's get into the training. First of all, I want to say, if you don't have an online business, you do not have a business, period. We live in a digital economy, and the internet education era is a 350. Honey, quiet. Otherwise, you may take Pardon. But we live in a digital economy, and this is the life of being a single mother. Single mother, but we're here. But we live in a society where content and the digital space is a $350 billion a year industry, and it's only growing, it's only scaling year by year. And there's probably over 60 billion messages sent across all social media platforms per day. That's a pool of people that you can tap into. So now that you know this power of social media, just think about how you can build a business, how you can build an audience, how you can build a community from consistently choosing to show up. And there are going to be 3 things that are necessary for you to leverage on social media to build a successful business. And without all 3 things, you're not going to be able to get as far. And so some of the things that you're going to learn today is, are you ready? Okay. Secret number 1, this is the foundation: who to speak to, what to sell. And if you're posting on social media, I want to show you exactly what to sell and how to make money, and understand who your audience is going to be, because you're not going to be speaking to everyone. I can't tell you how many times someone's like, oh, I just want to help everyone. You can't help everyone. You want to help that one person, those people that you're going to relate to the most. Secondly, you're going to want to understand and you're going to learn what specifically to post. So every time you post, there's a strategy. We're no longer posting without purpose. We are posting with the intentionality and understanding, okay, what's the outcome? So that way you can turn your content into clients. And 3, how to market and sell. Now that you know this, is it cool if we get started? Type I'm ready in the chat if you're ready. If you're ready to get started, type I'm ready. If not, we can go ahead and pause right here, come back another day. But this is where we're about to get into the real meat and potatoes and break down reels, okay? Because this is going to be how you're going to extend your reach and your revenue. So let's get into it. Instagram Reels. This is how you're going to grow your audience, sell your services, and create reels with your business with ease and bring back the joy to content. But I wanted to share with you the power, and don't take it just from me, but take it from some of other business multimillionaire professionals who once were not leveraging content, and then they saw the power of content creation, and they are sharing why you need to create content. So let's go.
There's no
Gary Vee.
excuse for not talking to the world. It just doesn't have to be your thoughts and words every time. You should be putting out 7 to 25 pieces of content a day. And let me explain how. Don't go fancy. Document versus create. It's a big shift. When I say 7 to 25, you say, my God, how do I produce 7 to 25 meaningful things that will have me respected versus document? I still can't believe how many people that live in New York don't use New York people. If I were you and I had an hour right now, go in the fucking park right now, like stand outside the garden right there and be like, what do you think about the Knicks upcoming season? Interview 4 people. One person gets into a thoughtful conversation. He was the former ball boy in 1957. It's a nice story, and boom, people aren't starting. So you can't create, distribute. There's no excuse for not talking to the world. It just doesn't have to be your thoughts and words every time.
Yeah, so what I love about what Gary Vee specifically says, document versus creating. So sometimes you don't have to create the content yourself. You can remix. If you see someone who is very similar to your brand and your message, you can take their piece of content. Obviously, you're going to give them credit, but you're going to remix it and give your feedback, your thoughts, or just document your day, what you're eating, you walking out the park, and we're going to share a little bit more about that. But we live in an economy where there's so much resources at the palm of your hand, and you have the power to reach and the masses and have a global brand. Next.
For anybody who is trying to do this, it's quantity first. So you just have to put out a lot of stuff. And you do a lot of stuff, not because you're going to get a lot of reach from it, but because you don't know what you're doing. It gives you 2 things. One is it gives you feedback from the audience, because there's going to be some stuff that does better than others. And so it's like, cool, do more of that. And then you start to learn how to increase the quality. That's like doing the more of that good stuff. You start studying the things that are outliers that do a little bit better. And I think the 3rd phase is quality quantity, where you can put out amazing videos and then more of them.
And so what I like that he says, quantity first, quality later. But at the end of the day, it's not just about quantity, because if there's not a strategy behind the quantity you're putting out, you're essentially wasting your time. But when you match quantity with quality with strategy, That's where you're going to see massive growth. That's where you're going to see massive reach. But also what he says is you need to study your content. So if you post 5 pieces of content, you go back to your insights. Okay, what is performing really well? Why did it perform well? Let's double down and produce more of that. And then
Anyone in this room?
this is Omari Takori. He is like a $7 million YouTube creator, and he works with ThinkFit Media. And this is what he says.
Learn cursive when they were in school. The whole room. Shout out to millennials and boomers. Gen Z not in the room because they're like, what's a cursive? They no longer are teaching cursive in school. But I found that content creation is the world's newest language. You can learn the language of content creation, or you can have like a translator, but it's just going to cause you to move slower. You go on vacation and you had a translator with you, I would deem that kind of frustrating. Every time you're trying to communicate, you're going to have some trouble. But if you knew how to speak the language, you can navigate the land better, right?
And this comes the same with when you start doubling down and understanding your messaging. When you get clear on who your audience is and understand the pain points, the frustrations, and most of the time it's you've been there too, you're going to be able to speak their language through your content, connect with them, which is going to lead to conversions. And lastly, we have Cody Sanchez, which I admire her in the growth of her online business just through the power of content.
And so creating content is a way for you to have unfair access in a world. These days, how do I become friends with billionaires? Because they watch my weird content on laundromats and car washes and they see something in it. And so that if we truly believe that money is power, I think the way you get money is usually people, which is like a theme we've kept coming back to.
So one of these things she said, money comes from people. How you're going to leverage wealth is by tapping in and reaching more people, and that's where content comes in. Not only did she say also an unfair advantage to networking. So through myself creating content consistently, my messaging is consistent. Now I have bigger creators or bigger influencers or speakers reaching out to me to come now speak on their stage or be on their podcast or come and teach in their room because of the consistency and the power of my messaging that is reaching the masses. And this is the power of creating content, but also a brand. So I just want to say, I've been there. I had to reprogram the way I think about what it takes to scale a business online. I'm honestly an introvert. I get it. People are like, oh, I don't want to create content. Some days I don't want to create content, but you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable until it becomes second nature. And now it just becomes a new muscle within your creation being a habit. And if you want to think about it, like, how are people going to find you? Ask yourself. If you want to grow and scale your business on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, yes, if that's you, type a yes in the chat. But if you want to think then, how are people going to find you? How are people going to find you if you're not creating the content? And if you're ready to learn super simple, easy strategies to implement, who is going to do it? When you learn the strategies today, who is actually going to commit to showing up for yourself? If that's you, type commit in the chat to where, I've been there, zero clients, no direction. And I was just expecting people to work with me. But then when I did reprogram to this being business media, this is where you get leads. This is where you get customers. This is where you're going to establish yourself as the expert. So where now, when they come to your page, it's clear like, oh no, honey, that's exactly what I do. They're going to know, Taretha, that this is what you do. And drop in the chat, Taretha, what is it specific that you do? Just so I can understand when it comes later, when we're doing kind of Q&A. But let's go into the statistics. So started from 0, name was Cottrell, now it's Ross, back to my maiden name. But you want to make sure your profile is optimized, but that's going to be another strategy where you'll actually have access to that. But let's build a tea of how I was able to grow organically my brand from scratch to almost 10,000 followers without ever running any ads. How did I do it? It was all through Reels. Okay. Reels, and yes, you said leveraging digital products, showing them how to make money on their own. I love that. Wealth is definitely an excellent niche. But as you see here, if you look here, Reels is the #1 way to increase reach. And if you see this one, 187,000 non-followers, even here from Reels are going to pop up into people's feeds on their Explore page that aren't currently following you if your messaging is dialed in. So let's go into the facts, okay? Some facts about Reels. Announced back in 2020, entertaining, fun, delight, inspiring, creative. People were testing, sound, music, being experimental. But then it came down to, okay, if you want to really connect with your audience in this short span of window, up to 90 seconds now, how are you going to captivate them in this short span? Well, I was able to learn a strategy that just worked. So now we're going to break down the possibilities of what Reels can generate revenue-wise into your business. So these are some real results. These 3 Reels alone, these 3 Reels, only 3, very specific strategy we're going to break down today, and you're going to learn. $31,000 earned from just 3 posts. I wasn't posting every single day. I wasn't posting 5 times a day. I was being very strategic in my posts and then having an automation in the background to connect with my audience and then nurture them in a conversation and email sequences. And this is what you're going to receive today. These are clients. $72,000 earned within a 30-day time frame. Nietzsche was able to earn close to 30,000. Connie earned 20, and now he's earning $30,000 months from Reels. And Latoya was able to earn and generate $14,000 a month. Type a yes in the chat if you would love to receive these kind of results. Yes, right? Okay. And so number one is entrepreneurs might think you need a fancy website, a logo, social media content to make money online. No, you don't necessarily need a logo. You don't need a website. You need messaging that offers a clear solution to your ideal clients' biggest problems, that creates awareness for them on the most frequently commonly asked questions that's keeping them up at night. And that's what you're going to learn today. Clarity and awareness. Does that make sense? Yes. And so before you can build or scale your business online and with your offers, you need to get crystal clear on who you are and who's your ideal client. Okay, who you are and who your ideal client is. And so then you're going to be able to create an irresistible signature offer that when your audience hears it, instantaneously they know, like, I need that. When you are creating an offer where people like throw their money at you, essentially, like, for example, I don't cut my grass. I hire someone to cut my grass. I might not always clean my house. I hire someone to clean my house. So it's a problem that, yeah, I can do it myself. It just would take longer. So it's saving me time, saving me energy. And that's what you think. What is a solution that's going to save your ideal client time, energy, also money, frustration, the thinking process that's going to get them to their destination much faster, like on a private jet across country versus taking a bus. And so when you think about your ideal client, they're here. And so to connect with them, you want to start speaking their language, meeting them where they are, solving their problems, making their lives easier, and having a strong brand voice. And how are you going to do that? Through growth and reach strategies. That's going to be Reels, which are going to get you on the Explore page, possibly collaborate with a peer. And sometimes it can take a while, but also it can happen instantaneously when you show up consistently. So number 1 is going to be awareness. If someone doesn't know who you are, that you want to make them aware of who you are. So they know that they have a problem, but they don't know that you offer the solution. This is where you're going to create credibility, authority. It's going to be a little bit broader content. You might brag about yourself. You might share specific steps, like how to get a specific result, and make them aware of what's possible for them. Okay. What's possible for them. And then when they become aware, that's when people might pop into your DM by commenting a keyword, and then you're going to answer questions that they might have. And when you answer those questions, they'll start seeing you as the authority. Now they're going to follow you. They're going to consume more of your content. So number 1, know your who, what, and why. So before you can start creating content, you need to know who you'll be speaking to in your content. What is that person's biggest pain and desire? And why are you creating the content? What's their desired outcome? So if you can speak to one person, one problem with one offer and solution. And how you can do that is when you start creating your content, even the content you posted now, go to your insights and review what is working, what is not working. And that's going to let you know what to double down on. So here's a process when you're creating your content. Someone to find you through your Reels, your content. Next, you provide value, and immediately that's going to bring them trust. So they're going to stick around, they're going to follow. Now you become super memorable. You now become the go-to person. So anytime your content pops up, they know that, oh, they're going to get some tea, they're going to get some gems. I love receiving Taritha's content. And next, they'll know what was going to work. They know that they want to work with you now. You've built that trust, rapport, relationship. You've been consistent, and whatever you're selling, they're excited to pay and buy for it. Like, I need this now. So now let's go into the actual framework. So here's an example reel. This is one reel I posted that was able to generate close to $12,000 just within a week and a half from this reel alone. Okay. So I'm going to play it so you can see it, and then we're going to break it down step by step.
Instagram, consider this year your time to shine. Here's a proven content hack strategy for lazy people.
And also, as you're watching, study it. Study what is happening in the video.
So after you get out of bed every morning and brush your teeth and get ready, this is where I want you to go. Go to TikTok Creative Center. I know it's not Instagram, but anything that's popping off here is usually popping off before Instagram. It will give you ideas for inspiration, top trends, keywords, and you can search by industry. And then you'll go to your TikTok on your desktop and you'll search a specific keyword that is related to your industry. What will happen is we'll populate tons and tons of ideas, but the key is what are the other searches? So this is the other top searches that people in your industry or potential clients are searching for. Then you would create a list of the top 10 hashtags and searches in a Google Doc. If creating a TikTok, you'll go to trends, songs, and then you'll scroll down and see what the top songs are in your country right now. And you want to select ones with the green arrow. But on Instagram, you will go to your Reels tab. Select on the audio, select the trending arrow, and then you'll see the top 50 trending audios to use to correlate to that list. Now you have your top keyword search list and your trending songs. You might be thinking, okay, that's great. What do I do now? Well, guess what, sis? You don't have to create anything. Just go into your camera roll, capture and select some B-roll, and add a text on the screen. The key is you can't just slap any text on the screen. There has to be a strategy. But guess what? I've already done the strategy for you. So if you'd love an already done for you content strategy for the rest of 2024, make sure to follow and comment content and I'll send it your way.
Okay, so that about close to 90-second video, there was a lot in there. Now we're going to unpack exactly what I did, how I did it, and how you can implement this strategy into your next reel. So make sure you're taking notes. Feel free to screenshot. The hook was in the first 0 to 5 seconds. And also there was a pattern interrupt. So I always recommend you have motion on the screen. Every 3 to 5 seconds, there should be a beat, there should be a change, which is a pattern interrupt, something striking and visually appealing to your audience. Also text overlay. You want to have text on screen, quick jump cuts, that means coming in and out, motion, because people's attention spans are shorter than ever because the way content is today. We're constantly scrolling, we're constantly consuming. So you want to be able to stop the scroll. Is this making sense? Yes, yes. And that's why you need to create content that is going to be compelling, strike curiosity. And this is within the first 5 seconds. Okay. And you also notice the hook is also on the screen. You want the hook on the screen. So it also is popping up on your timeline in your newsfeed. Next, the next 5 to 15 seconds, this is where you're going to hook them in. So it helps to have a scene change. So what I did is I shared the screen. You might, if you're just talking to the camera, you don't want to just sit in one place. Maybe you move to a different place in your house or in your environment. And this is going to draw their attention in even further. And then you're going to tease some value, especially if you're creating broader content, how to showing your expertise, giving them steps by steps, which is teasing the value. So maybe you have 3 steps and you might say, I'm going to share these 3 secrets with you, but make sure you watch the end, because secret number 3 is the one that's going to change your life in the game forever. Something like that. So again, you're teasing, you want to make sure to get to number 3. The next 5 to 15 seconds, this is where you introduce the problem or desire. This is where you connect with your audience. So you introduce what the problem is. So, okay, I gave all this tea away. What I said was like, okay, wow, great, this is great, but how am I going to create this content? What do I do next? I answered a question that I know my audience is already asking. I asked it, and then I answered it. The next 15 to 40 seconds, I delivered actionable value. So I broke down exactly what to do. So again, I shared the screen, I gave some examples. I shared how to find the audio, actionable, tangible tips that when they finish watching this reel, they can go and implement. So you're giving so much value away. They're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is free. How can I learn more? They're going to want to follow, they're going to want to consume and binge more of your content. And it's also giving them an actionable desired outcome that they want. So think of you're talking to camera reels that are going to convert the best to sales as mini coaching sessions. So they're going to also get to see your personality. Then the last 15 to 60 seconds, very clear call to action. Hey, if you want to have access to 365 content ideas, comment content. 2,000, almost 3,000 actually, almost 3,000 people commented the keyword content, which led to 300 leads, which led to conversions and sales. And this is how easy it is to create following this framework, okay? You always want to craft a compelling call to action. So I want to share an example of a client. This is exactly what he did. And this content piece, I think I was almost at 1 million, but this is what blew up his business and his page almost overnight from following the strategy. And now he follows it to a T.
Ladies, if you're over 200 pounds and you have a weight loss goal, listen to this message. First things first, from a cardio standpoint, I want you to do incline walks, Stairmaster, or biking. It's not that much stress on your joints and you won't feel as sore. That way you can do it more frequently. From a lifting weight standpoint, do full body workouts where you're learning to do squats, lunges, push-ups. Get really good with the foundational movements because this is going to set you up for later. From a nutrition standpoint, before you go cutting things out, take a look at your habits. So what are my food habits? What are my snacking habits? What are my food triggers? Address these things because later down the line when we have to start cutting things out, if you know your habits, it's going to make it easier to adjust. My name is Dr. Akani and I help busy women transform their bodies and improve their energy. I created a free community where I do tips like these and give more guides and just more valuable information. If you like access to that community, comment wellness.
So his was a lot more simple, but if you see, he didn't record it in one take. He had every 3 to 5 seconds, he clipped it in, he clipped it in. So if you have tips, maybe tip 1, pause, tip 2, pause. But he also called out his ladies in the very beginning. In the very beginning, he said, ladies, that's his audience. If you're looking to achieve X and you have this goal, listen to this message. He's calling them out. And again, they're staying, and immediately he goes right into the tips. And then at the very end, he has a call to action. If you'd like to join my community, comment keyword. And this is the power of a real formula, creating it that works. And what does that do? So this is an example. I'm creating this content. I have a client reach out. Oh my gosh, when I get my taxes, you're my first investment. I've been dying to work with you. I've been binging your content, seeing all your success, and I cannot wait for you to become my coach. When you create awareness-based content that resonates with your audience, creates an emotional connection, they're going to come to you. What did I do with that? I shared it in my stories. I reached out to her in the DM. I said, hey, let's hop on a call. I'd love to learn more about your goals. I had less than 1,200 followers at this time. No ads, no website, just content. And she put down an $8,000 deposit to work with me for my $18,000 hybrid one-to-one group coaching program. This is the power of Reels. Is this making sense? This is possible for you too, to leverage social media to sell your high ticket offer and convert more of your clients with ease. And so these are some of the mistakes. You're not thoroughly doing the market research. You're not polling your audience. So I want you to get into your stories and ask specific questions to understand what is it your audience needs. You're possibly creating selfish-based content or selfish-based offers. And so you're thinking, okay, this is what my client wants, but you haven't taken the time to understand what is it that they want. And then you're targeting everyone. So it's vague, it's complex, it's unclear. This is what you actually need. 1, clearly define your brand vision and mission. Why are you doing what you do? Do you know what you do and why you do it? Yes? Type a yes in the chat if you know. Clearly define who your ideal client avatar is. If you don't know who that is, let me know in the chat. Like, yeah, I don't know who that is yet, but I want to learn, because you want to know what their biggest pains and problems are and survey your audience. And then lastly, create messaging using personal case studies of clients and storytelling, which are going to give your audience feedback, specifically sharing how you overcame a problem or a client overcame a problem that's similar to the problems your audience is experiencing, and that you're positioning yourself as the solution. So this is what's happening, most people. Your niche avatar is not a demographic. It's not, I help women that are 30. It's not, I help women become high achievers. That's too broad. You want to get specific with the solution you provide a very specific group of people. So these are not statements. I help busy women become their best self, empowering positive lifestyle changes, and helping you become a better person through fitness, helping you make content simple, helping you men get in shape in their 30s. All too broad. Okay, so let's work real quick. I want you to take a pen and pencil. Hopefully you have your notepad. And I want you to write this out, screenshot this, write this out. You will need to do this activity now because we are going to use it at the end of this workshop for one of my giveaways that's going to help you create 100 pieces of content within just 2 minutes. So you're going to need to know this information. I help specific person. Who is your specific person? Overcome and achieve a specific problem to get to a specific goal with specific method by specific outcome. Okay. The more specific you can become, the better. So let me show you an example of a client who got real more specific. So first she said, I help women who feel lost in the gym have a clear plan, but she realized she wasn't attracting her ideal client. So what did she change that to? I help bosses or boss women prioritize their health and have more energy to grow their business. So now she's helping 2 birds in 1 stone. She's going to help you feel better, get more energy. But when you feel better, when you look better, when you have more confidence, you're just going to move differently. You're going to show up in the boardroom differently. You might, be more comfortable in the bedroom differently. Okay. So this is what she's helping her women. And when she started offering that solution, everything changed. Her reels had skyrocketed, and so did her business. Creating reels has skyrocketed my visibility to an untapped audience, even beyond hashtags alone. And it's helped me showcase my personality more and increase her bottom line. So clarity on your niche is going to be the root of your business. This is the foundation. Is this making sense? Yes. I hope this is making sense, but this is where we want to get clear on first. Now we're going to go into some real strategy. So grab your pen, grab your paper, grab your smart device, and let's get to work. Okay, are you excited? Drop some fires in the chat, drop some emojis if you're ready to get some of this tea that I'm about to share right now. Okay, I'm excited. So Instagram Reels. Hey, take a screenshot of this because this is the formula that you want to end every video. Put it in your stories, do it in your lives. But hey, for those of you who want to achieve specific goal without, I'll help you in just a second, okay? A little kiss, catch it. Without, something that they feel that they need, like a myth that they feel that they need, or you've been struggling with specific problem and you want to start getting to a specific goal, comment keyword, and I'll send you my free step-by-step guide how you can achieve specific result in a specific time frame. So I might share an example. Hey, for those of you who've been struggling with content, and you don't want to have to take up so much of your time or energy. Oh, hey, for those of you who want to create more content that converts without creating fancy reels or all the tech, comment content and I'll send you my free step-by-step training on how you can create your next 100 pieces of content within the next 7 days. Something very specific. So it's like, okay, I know my audience wants to create more content. I know they want to create content that converts. I know they're probably struggling with the tech. They're probably struggling with coming up with the ideas. Well, I already created a solution for you. Comment this keyword and I'm going to send it to you absolutely free. And what does this do? This helps build your list. List building is key for when Instagram wants to shut down, or Facebook wants to shut down. You can tap into and nurture your audience for when you have a one-time offer, or maybe you give them something special that your social media audience doesn't get. So this is where you're going to build the most trust and rapport, where now people are hearing from you. So when it's time to buy, they're ready to pull out their card. Next, this is for stories. This formula right here, take a screenshot, has generated me a $10,000 day, a $25,000 day, just from this strategy right here, all organically in my stories or on a Facebook post. I'm looking for 5 women, 5 coaches, 5x, whatever number. So 5, your ideal client, looking to earn their next $10,000 without running ads within the next 90 days. That's an example. So you're going to insert your ideal client looking to achieve desired outcome using specific framework or without something that they feel they need within a certain time frame. If that's you, DM me the word scale. DM me the word convert. Honey, it's in your bedroom. You have to go get it. DM me the word convert to apply and learn more. That is that simple. So take a screenshot. I challenge you to use this. If you use this, tag me for a chance to win $100 for being an action taker. Okay. And so again, you're going to address their pain point. You're going to create a story and you're going to post this today and then tag me. I want to see that you're an action taker. And for you still staying here right now, if you stay to the end, I'm going to send you almost 50 more call to action. I call them call out to cash posts because you're literally very specific. It's short form. It's giving them, what is it that they desire? And it almost always converts. I actually no, I would say 100% always converts. It's always going to convert. And then also, if you are not sure of your niche, you stay to the end. I'm going to send you your Nail Your Niche Fast Action Guide. So understanding this will also help you understand your offer. And it's going to give a solution to a specific outcome that your ideal client needs. And you're helping them alleviate their biggest problems, their biggest pains, their biggest frustrations now. Okay, so something that they might not be able to get if they wait another 3, 6, 12 months, if they put it off, they're going to act now. Does this make sense? Yes, yes. And this is the power of getting really specific with your niche and calling out your audience. After working with Elle, I now know exactly who my target audience is, which has allowed me to tailor my messaging directly to them. I've built my online program. I'm very confident with the sales process, and I've gotten way more clients. This is Coach Ty. Okay, so we broke down niche. We broke down understanding your audience. Now, the next step is something that is going to change the game with your content. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? Type a yes in the chat. If you're ready for this next step, type a yes in the chat. Okay. So one of the key elements that is in this digital space is attention. Okay. So connection content times attention. This is 1000% the number one currency. What as everyone's, I would say, top creators, business Fortune 500 companies, what are they fighting for? Why does Instagram run ads? Why are ads sometimes so high? Because everyone is fighting for attention. So this is why you want to be very, really creative and you want to have your messaging stand out amongst your peers because we're all fighting for the same thing. And it's even sometimes more challenging when you got people running ads as well because they're paying to play and we're paying for free. So you want to be very strategic. And you also want to think, it's not where you are, it's where your mind is. So if you have the power to capture someone's attention and the power of people's minds, it's almost like that's how they're paying you. They might not be paying you money yet, but they're paying you with their attention. And when you can attract their attention, that's when you can capture their wallets. They'll consume so much of your content that when they know they're ready to buy or they need something, you're going to be the first person that they think of. So you want to create an attention conversion. It's an attention conversion. And when you create an attention conversion, that's how you're going to make a sale. So if you're ready to build a brand that's going to bring more awareness, create more attention for your brand, type a yes in the chat and let's break that down. What does that look like specifically? So Tony Robbins says, change happens when the pain of remaining the same outweighs the pain of change. So people will do more and spend more to avoid a pain than to gain pleasure. So how many of you would love someone to teach you how to exactly implement everything that I shared so far? Most business owners and entrepreneurs feel overwhelmed because you need so many things. So you might be thinking, okay, how can you clearly articulate the solution? This is what's going to determine trust with your audience, and that's going to relieve the pain. So when you want to relieve the pain, you won't want to stay the same anymore. So as a business owner, these are all the things that you need, especially if you're an online business owner. You have to create the content. You have to edit the content. You have to create the freebie. You have to build your list. You have to write and send emails. You have to go live. You have to post consistently. You have to run a live training like this one. If you want to reach a mass audience, you might need to run ads. Adele, you need to go to the bathroom? Okay, please go to the bathroom. Okay, pardon, my son's right here. Go sit on the potty. You might need to raise your prices. You might need to build a sales funnel, branding, design, get more clients, get in the room, send invoices, engage on social media, follow up, self-care, where and when and how is this all going to happen? But what if you had access to the exact content templates and frameworks, the funnel, the sales funnels, the automation, the email, the text and DM sequences, already done for you with the workflows ready to go, plus a fast track to cash action strategy onboarding, so that way you can start creating content that converts in less time. Drop a yes in the chat if essentially a done with you, done for you offer where everything's already mapped out for you would be a tremendous help for your business. And just curious, how much would you be willing to invest in something like that? I personally have invested well over 6 figures into my business to get to me where I am today, because I was tired of going to YouTube University and trying to guess my way to success. Personal development is going to be key. And so the next step right here is going to be like, you're going to need to gain attention. When you gain attention, you're going to gain followers. That's going to pique their interest to turn your content into revenue and consistent cash flow. So attention, again, this is the #1 currency. This device right here, if you're not showing up, you're not going to scale up, okay? If you're not showing up, you're not going to scale up. This is a global device where you can reach audiences in other countries. Your content is evergreen 24 hours a day. You can be sleeping and someone in the UK, wherever you are, or someone across the world can see your content, connect, and engage with you. And so that's what's next, attention. You want to create an attention conversion where you're going to nurture your audience. And this is the process where you're going to turn cold leads into hot, eager to buy audience members through your content. That is how Deidre was able to see my content, and she was hot and ready to buy. So when I reached out to her in the DM and she sent me that $8,000, that's because she was ready. She knew like this is what I need because she's been consuming my content. So here is where you're going to share social proof and, again, exact frameworks, because at this point you have a new follower. They know you offer their solution, but they're wondering, are you the best fit? So that's why you want to be consistent. Okay. So here's some examples of hooks that's going to create attention to bring your audience in towards you. So feel free to take a screenshot of this right here. Audience, why you don't need X to achieve goal. So mine was why follower count doesn't matter to get sales. When I first started, I didn't have a huge audience. I didn't have a website. I wasn't running ads. It was all through my messaging. Next, X things you need to get to a specific goal. So 5 things you need to make more sales if you're starting from scratch. Something else, okay? Audience, you need X and X to get to goal. So these are 10 topics to grow your audience and land more clients. The #1 thing about topic that I wish I knew before. So 5 lessons I wish I had learned before becoming an entrepreneur. So these are things that are going to resonate with your audience. They're going to watch, they're going to be captivated, they're going to learn something, they're going to be able to implement it and get a result. Is this making sense? I hope you took a screenshot. I want to see your content, and I challenge you to create one of these hooks in your next post within the next 7 days. So clarity on messaging is going to be the soil that nourishes and feeds your business. Okay, if you don't have messaging, you're not going to get to the conversion because no one's going to be able to understand. And I also want you to think of speaking to your audience in the language that they know, that they speak. I used to make the mistake of saying ICA, 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 and then someone's like, what's ICA? I'm thinking like people are supposed to know that. No, ideal client avatar. But what's an ideal client avatar? It's the person that's going to resonate most with you and your content. So who are you speaking to? So common mistakes. Posting content that has nothing to do with your ideal client avatar's pain points. So if I'm looking to lose 30 pounds and maybe you're speaking to everyone in the wellness space and you're talking about Kangen water, it has nothing to do with 30 pounds, but you're supposed to attract me. I don't care about Kangen water. So that's just an example. So you want to be in alignment with what your audience needs and wants. You're expecting leads to magically come to you. So you have these dreams and desires to make all these sales and get to this income goal, but yet you're not posting any content, but yet you're not showing up in your stories, but yet you're not going live, but you're not doing any engagement or showing up in the DM. You're just expecting people to come to you. That's not going to happen. Or you're wasting your time on a website or brand imagery that does not convert. People are not buying the pretty colors or the pretty website or your pretty logo. They're not buying that. They're buying a solution to their biggest pain, and they're buying you. And also, you're underestimating the power of storytelling. So this is what you actually need: a mixture of value content that's going to help lead your dream client to their destination with your unique solution. So value, 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 then you ask. You want to share your story. So your audience knows where you came from, they resonate with you, they feel connected to you. And why is your approach different from another coach or another trainer? And 3, share what you stand for, your values, your beliefs, what you disagree and agree with in your industry to shift perspectives. Let me know if this is making sense. Yes, yes, like drop a yes in the chat. This is making sense. I needed to hear that. My content, I'm not even posting at all. Like this is my reminder, okay? And so this is what I like to call valued-based content. And we're going to break down specifically what that is. So visual value. You want to have useful information that is purposeful for what your client wants. When someone is scrolling, they're thinking, everyone is selfish at the end of the day. What's in this for me? Are they going to be entertained? Are they going to, laugh? Are they going to feel some kind of emotion? Are they going to learn something new? What's in it for me? So you're creating content from the lens of your audience. Action driven. Where are you directing them to go? Where can they find more information to work with you or to, learn more about how to get to a result? So maybe that might be your free offer. Leadership. Let your audience know that you are the go-to expert. You are the leader within your industry. Unique and authentic. Vulnerability is what's going to build trust. So be authentic, share your story, whether it's you or people you've helped. Edutaining, teach them. This is the number one way that's going to set yourself apart and your expertise is by you like, this is exactly how to do this. If you thought you needed to do it this way, this is actually what you need. Shifting perspective. And then stay in their face. So daily deliverance, I don't mean you have to post every single day. Obviously, the more, the better, the more exposure, the more reach. But I like to say whatever works for you and your schedule. If it is too much for you to post 2 to 3 times a day, don't do that. You're going to get burnt out. You're going to start hating content. Post 3 to 5 times a week instead. And just try to pop in and show your face, maybe in your stories, but always have it be informational, inspirational, and solve their problems. Okay. So empower action. So when I say a mixture of value content that's going to help your ideal client get to their dream destination, we're going to read these 2 lines. Let me know which one sticks out to you more. Instead of, this is why you're not signing clients, it's how I sold 5 high-ticket spots from one launch without a masterclass, without a workshop, without a website, or any clients at all. That's going to be more intriguing than this is why you're not signing clients. Why? I'm telling my personal story. It's like, wow, you didn't need these things that I think I need. I think I need all these things, but you were able to do that. I'm going to click on that post because I want to learn how that was possible. So it's more curiosity, it's more intriguing, it's more relatable. And here is just some of their examples. So client from 3K per month to 3K in a day. This is how she did it. Why follower count doesn't matter. Here are 4 questions that you should ask yourself before that your bio should actually answer. Here are 3 ways to sell without selling. So that's like, okay, how do you do that? This is the mindset shift I needed to get my business from 0 to 48,000 in just 3 months. Why you need to stop educating your audience. What I thought entrepreneurship would be like. This is my exact formula for creating carousels that sell. So these are example hooks that are curiosity driven that then lead to conversions. And here's 2 examples of clients implementing this exact same strategy. This is Deidre. She's sharing, these are the exact exercises that help me transform my waist from a 34 to a 29. She shares exactly what that is. And then she says, hey, if this is you, comment info or DM me info. Someone DMs her the word info. She connects in the DM and now she has a new client. That's simple. And it wasn't a complex video. She just filmed herself working out in the gym. This is Connie, another one of his talking heads, calling out his ladies to achieve a specific result. And then he says at the end of the video, comment transformation. Comment transformation, connect with them DM. Now he has a new lead and new clients. Okay, is this making sense? Yes, type a yes in the chat. This is making sense. And so now we're building on. We have our awareness, we have our attention, Now this is where the conversions take place. You had your cold, you had your warm, you got your warm. This is where the hot clients come in. Okay, let's get into it. This is the conversation and conversion, which I also like to say attraction. This is where clients are hot. And this is where the direct sales come in without you having to be salesy or saying, hey, go buy this thing. So this is where you're going to create compelling content and copy that is simply, it's just, honey, pick it up, honey. Just pick it up. Okay, sorry. 1 second. Let me just get this iPad for my son. Here. Okay, I'm back. Okay, this is where you're going to create compelling content and copy that simply is going to elicit emotions where you're through various layers, and we're going to get through those layers here in a second. So breaking it down in the content funnel, attraction. This is where your audience is sold. They've been following you for a minute. Your content is resonating with them. They're very aware of what your offer is. So you're giving your audience all the things they need. You just now need to invite them and give them the opportunity to, like, yes, I'm in. I need this right now. Where can I sign up? And so here is where you share a direct call to action. It's very short, sweet, and concise to invite them to take a specific action. So, for example, this is an example right here of a reel. So I'm sharing, this is exactly how I took my client from $18,000 in a month to $18,000 in just 3 months. I'm breaking down the exact framework. I don't go into everything, but I go into the top 3 elements that took her there. I then do a screen share of who she is, and I let her also tell her story. And then I let my audience know, if you want to be my next case study, if you want results like these, go ahead and comment leads. And then what happens? People start commenting leads. I didn't say, hey, go buy this thing. I said, I asked them a question, and then I invited them. If this is something you need, I have the solution. If you want it, comment keyword. This is the framework. You can do this, okay? Type yes in the chat, like, oh, I can do this. I can do this. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. So here are some layers that you want inside of your content, okay? So you're going to have your hooks, your problems, your solution. And this might seem like a lot, but really, once you start doing the framework consistently, it's going to come like second nature. Offer specific, you're going to have specific points. You're going to have desire in there, benefits, call to action, urgency, scarcity, social proof, authority, risk reversal, and then other hooks that happen in your video. Visual, so that might be scene changes or motion. Audio, what's the music on it? If you have music. Subliminal, maybe you have a prop. Maybe you're doing like this with the pen. Or you're like, you know what, when I was talking, something that's going to capture your audience attention, and branding, okay? And branding. Oh, I don't know what that is. And branding, okay? So yes, curiosity. That's what you want. So curiosity, we're going to break that down real quick. Okay. Arouse and trigger. Wait, did I just do that? Did I make this little mark right here? I don't know if I did that. I'm not sure. I think it went away. Okay. So the exact content creation formula. So you want to arouse and trigger curiosity with your hook. Then you want to present their struggle, pain point, and desire. So that's where you're going to weave in future pacing, storytelling. Then you want to amplify that struggle, positioning your offer as a solution and sharing the consequences of what would happen if they do not take action. You're also going to showcase the solution of what your offer is with a call to action. And then sometimes you can use scarcity. Like, I only have 4 spots left. I only have 3 spots left. And then social proof. This formula, along with the formula I shared earlier, combined together is what's going to give you the conversions. And this is what often happens when people are making a mistake, okay? They don't have an action-based sales strategy. So they're talking about their offer, but they're not inviting people to their offer. So you're not making the time to engage in the comments, in the DMs, connect and build rapport with your audience. You're never inviting your audience to take action or lead to a sale. You're expecting your clients to just come to you, and you're not going directly to them via going to their page, going to their stories, or you're offering, you're not offering your free, oh, no, excuse me. You're offering your freebie, but then you're not nurturing them. So someone downloads your freebie, and then like it's been 3 months and they haven't even heard from you. So, okay, like, and you're just expecting them to buy your product, buy your offer. That's not how it works. So this is what you actually need. You want to block out 15 to 30 minutes. This is a business, okay? This is not social media where you're just scrolling to scroll. This is a business. So you need to be diligent in your time management of dedicating time to your business to actively engage with your audience and your ideal clients via stories, comments, DMs, especially before and after you post. You want to create a free resource that leads to your main offer. So it's not just a PDF. I say like you need to give them the tea, the secret sauce. It's so good that they feel like they should have paid for this. And then they leads them to your main offer. Okay. So how many of you would love to have already made like email nurture sequences, already have your freebie funnel mapped out with your offer done for you with the messaging? How amazing would that be? I wish I had that. Yes, yes. That's going to build rapport with your list already for you. And then you also need a promotional content launch strategy that's going to ask your audience for the sell without asking for the sell. So that all comes down to your messaging and gets your calendar booked with hot leads. And so just imagine if you had access to proven sales frameworks, plus content ideas, plus what to post during your launch process. Would that be helpful to you? Yes. And let me know in the chat. Are you gaining value from what you learned so far? Like, yes, I needed this. Like, I didn't know this before. Hey, Reggie. Now, who is going to actually take the time to create their next 100 pieces of content? I keep saying you need to put in the reps. If you haven't put in the reps, we need to create your next 100 pieces of content, like yesterday. Okay. Me, Taretha said you sent me. So type a yes in the chat if you would love a proven script and prompt that is going to help generate your next 100 pieces of content within just 2 minutes. Okay. Now, I said that you do need to know who your audience is. You have to have an understanding of that. You also have to have the understanding of what your offer is. If you don't have those two things, this isn't going to work. But if you would love to get the content and ideas and then just hit the record button because it gives you a script, type a yes in the chat. If there's no yes in the chat, I'm not going to share it because it's just that good. I need a yes in the chat. Let me see a yes in the chat. Okay. Can I get a yes? Can I get a yes? Can I get an amen? Okay. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to share it. So take a screenshot of this right here. This prompt, and I know it's a little tiny beany, but if you stay till the end, I'll make sure to send it to you. But this is a ChatGPT prompt that gives you the secret sauce. It's going to help you create 100 reels in just 2 minutes. So I'm gonna read it out loud. Please generate 100 Instagram reel video posts into a table format. So it'll be a grid featuring 50 talking to camera scripts for me to film within the next 7 to 14 days, because I want you to block out some time in your schedule to film this. Each talking to camera reel should focus on creating a personal connection with the followers or with my audience. And the other half should be more sales focused, promoting my offer. That's why you need to know what your offer is. So insert exactly what you do. So I'm a content coach. I'm a sales coach. I'm a wealth coach, or whatever you are. I'm a fitness coach, and I help insert your ideal client and what you help them achieve. So I help women over 30 in perimenopause lose their next 15 pounds. 1 second. Here, honey. Okay, mom duty. Within the next 30 days. And then what is it that you want to promote? So what do you want to promote? What's the result your ideal client is going to achieve? So they're going to lose their next 30 pounds within the next 12 months without giving up carbs or whatever you want to put in there. And then who is your ideal client? So their specific age, where they located, they're United States. What are their interests? What are their hobbies? What do they struggle with the most? What is their very specific desire? And maybe what's their education and income level? And then when do you want them to achieve this goal? And then you're going to say, make the reels quick and easy to create, include B-roll filming ideas, because a lot of your content can be B-roll of you just around the house. And it literally gives these prompts that I can capture from documenting my day-to-day activities. I want the table to start with weekdays, include story ideas, instructions, visuals, curiosity hooks that will stop the scroll, supporting text, and any other features you believe will be valuable, like specific poll questions to ask your audience, use with my Instagram stories or stickers. Now, when you put in this prompt, it is going to spit out 100 content ideas with the hook, with the problem, with the outcome, with your call to action. And all of the hooks are going to be curiosity-driven hooks that are going to stop the scroll based off of, I implemented the formula of what I use into this prompt. And I has 50 talking to camera with the problem and desire, also 50 B-roll. And the B-roll, it even tells you exactly what to do. Film yourself in the morning making your breakfast. Film yourself doing XYZ based off of what you do. So you have no excuse. I want to see the content that you create within the next 7 days if you haven't been posting content. So back to the big breakdown. Was that helpful? Yes, yes. Okay, no excuse. So with the real visibility to close method, you have your awareness, you have your attention, you have your attraction, and then you have your close. So just ask yourself, what would making consistent sales online in your business through social media really mean for you and your business? It might mean that you could leave your 9 to 5 if you have a 9 to 5. You could replace your income. You have more autonomy, more time freedom. You have more exposure. You have more opportunities just because you're being consistent with your messaging. Okay. So how amazing would it be? Like, this is our Nitra. She was kind of stuck at like $7,000, $8,000 a month in her business. She was doing tons of one-on-ones. Her calendar was booked. She had no free time. She knew that she wanted to get to that 10K mark. Really, she wanted to get to 20. She didn't have any kind of automations. And so what we did is we repackaged and structured her offer. She invested $10,000 for 6 months of coaching. We worked together closely one-on-one in group. We restructured her offer, got clear on who her audience was. And we switched from one-on-one to group, which saved up so much of her time. So now she just has one call with her clients per week. She goes live consistently. We automated a lot of her back-end workflows, her email sequences, improved her promotional content, talking to camera, content strategy. And after just 3 months of consistently showing up on Instagram, on social media, she was able to generate $30,000. How many of you would love, like, yes, I would love that. I would love that. Like, no excuse. Yes, Taritha, no excuse. This is what's possible. Okay. And so ask yourself, why did you show up in the room today? You could have showed up any other time before. You could have chosen to, let me come next week. Let me just watch the replay. No, but you chose to be live in the room. So what has been your biggest aha moment thus far? Like, what has been like, oh my goodness, I didn't know that's possible, or I didn't think of content like that. What has been your biggest aha? Drop it in the chat. What's your biggest aha that you didn't know before, or something that like you need to start doing as of yesterday? Drop it in the chat. I also want to ask you, why did you show up today? Because one, I know that the real prompts, okay, you need to start that ASAP, yes. But I know that you really want to earn income in your business online, or you're earning income and you need to start your online business because there's so much opportunity in this digital space without trading more of your time and dollars for one-on-one or virtual sessions. You really want to create a no-brainer signature offer that when your audience hears it and sees it, they're like, okay, that's exactly what I need. I need to get this free offer. I need to get in your email list. I need to become into your world. I need what you have because this is exactly what I've been searching for. And then you popped up and I binged your content and you're speaking my language. You want your audience to be able to come to your page and do the same thing without being so time consuming or spending weeks and months building it out. And I'm telling you right now, you don't have to have your offer built out before you sell it. Okay, I always recommend you sell before you build because you want to make sure there's a proof of concept and you can build it along the way. Next is you're ready, you're excited to have a consistent content strategy. I can't tell you how much stress and relief you're going to have when you have a content strategy that gets conversions, that brings you a flow of leads in your DM or grows your list to where now you can nurture them without spending so much time creating the content because you have a system, you have a flow, even if you have a small audience. You don't have to have a huge audience and you don't have to have been posting consistently. It's just starting now. So right now you have 2 options. Okay, you have 2 options. And can I ask you a question? Tell me, which person are you? Like, okay, wow, this was amazing. Great information. I learned a lot today. I'm going to take the real strategy. I'm going to go run with it. I'm gonna play with them and see what happens. I'm gonna continue scrolling on my timeline. I'm gonna go to YouTube University. I might watch another workshop. I'll come probably to your workshop next week or 2 weeks from now or a year from now. I might just waste some more money and more time, but I might probably gonna be in the same place, okay? Or are you person number 2? You are 100% committed to the journey, to package, to market, and sell your offer, your expertise with a proven framework using the Instagram content sales funnel framework with Reels to increase your growth, to increase your reach, to increase the revenue in your online business, all through the power of attraction content marketing leveraging the power of your message and monetizing it in this digital space. Okay, so you're either one or you're two. But before I go any further, do I have permission to share with you what it would look like to possibly work together, to possibly package your content, your expertise into a digital product, or scale the digital product, or offer a program you already have? I only want to do it if I have permission. Otherwise, we could just move to Q&A. Do I have your permission? Yes, yes. Okay. Ready to committed to the journey. I love it. So just look at it like this. Without all the pieces I'm going to share that I did share without support, it's kind of like driving a car with only 3 tires. You have a flat tire, you're really not going to get that far to your destination. Your business could fail at any time, at any point, at the mercy of just one thing changing or not going as planned. I've been there when I didn't have all the pieces together. And so again, I'm going to come back to the, don't get caught up on the surface. You see their social media, you see people sending you emails, you probably got my emails. You see maybe a website or a landing page, you see a workshop and content, but there's so much more that goes into, it's not just you post this piece of content and like, okay, great, money is coming in. No, there's a gap that you need to fill to get, there's the sales process, there's the funnel setup, there's the actual messaging, there's community, there's support, there's software and tech. Honey, eat the apples right here. I'm almost finished, okay? A little one in the background. But, at the end of the day, you can't reverse engineer everything. All of this comes together and you can't build everything from the outside. And I've done all the work for you. I've made all the mistakes. I've made all the investments to help you get your content to the next level and your business to the next level. So you see the pretty content, but there's also a sales process, a proven sales strategy that's going to generate the leads, overcome objections via your content, via your workflows, and that's going to create consistent sales. Also, your offer build out, a solution-driven offer that's going to get your clients results and provide them a solution so that way they give you a testimonial because you're building trust, and that's going to help you create new business. The systems and automation, the software, the strategic automation, and the DM sequences that will go out. That's going to save you so much time and manual work from you having to do it yourself and being burned out. And I just want to share, I'm not special. I started off at 0. We all start off at 0, but the key to success is having the belief in yourself. Freeing yourself from imposter syndrome. I had a lot of imposter syndrome in the beginning. I had to shift my money mindset issues. I had to switch from saying like, oh, I can't do this. I'm not capable. There's so many other people doing this. Like, why me? No, not why you. It's yes, why not you? You are perfect for whatever it is that God planted within you that you're already doing now that you want to take to the next level. You just have to become consistently comfortable being uncomfortable. If you're not already building your creation muscle, it's time to say, yes, I'm going to create this creation muscle and stop saying no, but yes to freedom, yes to uncertainty. Yes, if not me, then who? Exactly. And investing in myself 100%, that took my growth. So the ultimate keys to success, your belief in your own ability to be successful. The belief system is going to be key. Freeing yourself from imposter syndrome and the money mindset, believing that you can, becoming constantly willing to do the uncomfortable, being able to say yes to your future self and investing in yourself. So I just want you to say, if you believe like in what is possible for your business and creating of what you can for your business, I want you to say yes to your future self right now. Just say, yes, I can, I am, I will, yes to my future self. Okay, type a yes in the chat if that's you. If you are an action taker, if you are a go-getter, if you are committed to implementing the strategies we already outlined to get to a result, okay? And so if you said yes, now I would love to introduce you to what it looks like to partner together. And so introducing 12 weeks to launch. This is your step-by-step solution to package, market, automate your content and sell it online in 90 days or less with the power of Reels. So there are 4 specific strategic broken down steps. Whether you enroll in the program or not, these strategies are going to be necessary for you to scale your online business. On Instagram. Okay, I'm gonna get in a second. I'm almost done. You have a couple more apples there. Okay. Step 1, turning your passion into profit. So this is your 14-day sprint to cash. So this is an action strategy. Show up, show out, get results. So learn to, 1, clearly you're going to understand who specifically your niche is, what your offer is going to be. how you're going to connect with your dream client through your messaging. We're going to create a mini offer to get people to raise their hand and convert immediately to either book a call or to come into your world with a content strategy and automation sequence that's going to nurture them to a conversion. Okay. This is your fast action to crisp. It's just cash. All you have to do is implement and execute. All of the workflows and everything is already done for you, along with the content strategy based off of what you share your offer and your ideal client is. Number two, designing your signature offer. So whether you have an offer that needs to be possibly repackaged or you don't have an offer, this is where you're going to learn how to build and design a high ticket, no brainer offer that when your audience sees and hears, they're like, okay, I need this, I cannot resist, I want this. Plus the templates and the strategies to market your offer online. So that way it's already done for you and you don't have to do a lot of the heavy lifting. It's already built out. You basically have your business in a box delivered straight to your doorstep. And third, storytelling content that connects and converts. So you're going to learn practical strategies to help you attract, nurture, and convert, along with improve your offer and increase your cash flow. So you'll learn marketing psychology because there's so much more that just goes into creating your content. So again, you're building that content muscle so it becomes second nature. So you can create the content that's also going to support your offer to generate more sales organically on social media. And then lastly is the launch process. So we'll pre-sell, but then we're also going to have a big launch. We're going to learn the sales process to prime, promote, and convert your dream clients to register for and attend a live training like this one. And access to promotional templates for your reels, for your content, for you going live, for your emails, the text sequences that will go out. So many of you might have gotten text messages from me, email sequences from me. You've gone through my workshop funnel. You saw all that. It's already built out, ready to go for you. All we're going to do is hit play and launch when it's your time based off of where you are in the process. Some bonuses that are included. Done for you selling templates. So you got a reel script for your 100 pieces of content, but how about already scripted reels for reach, for trust, for selling, along with stories, how to show up in your stories. What should you say? What should it look like? What questions to ask? How do you actually promote your offer in your stories? A lot of your sales are not only going to come from your content, but they're going to come from your stories because that's where your most warm, hot leads are hanging out. They're always watching your stories, and that's where people can take action right from the palm of their hand from you. Okay. And this is the power of stories. I launched a product, and just within 48 hours, I was able to generate $3,000 from the power of stories. I just was like, I'm gonna test this out myself. Was able to do it. I got a result. So this is what's possible for you too. How many of you guys would love results like this from your stories? Yes, yes. Yeah, okay. I know I wish I had all this when I started off in this business, okay? But this is my very first all-in-one, essentially done for you and with you program and course. So you're gonna learn how to clarify your ideal client with messaging that's gonna resonate and empower them to take action. You're going to learn how to design, price, and build your first high ticket offer if you don't yet have one, at least minimum $1,000 or more for people to buy. Learn how to automate your business in the process, wake up to payment notifications while you're at the gym, while you're cooking, when you literally just wake up and you see a payment notification. Learn how to set up your sales systems and your funnels, your emails. You're going to learn you're going to get your business in a box, but you're going to learn how to do it yourself because I want you to become a better business owner, improve your skills, improve your assets so you can continue to scale. And so what's included? Video lessons are really quick, short, and sweet. We don't have time to be spending hours and hours watching trainings. So they're less than 10 minutes and they're really actionable. Like this is your step, execute, now we're going to get to the next step. So tech tutorials as well. If you're like, well, I don't really understand how to film a reel, I got you. The trainings are there. Supportive material, worksheets, workbooks, done for you, funnels. When I say funnels, that's the landing page. That's like a website. It's like anytime you see something and you opt into something, that's a funnel. That might take you to another page. That's what a funnel is. Canva templates, email templates, text message templates, and then monthly support. I'm here for you every step of the way. If you have a question, if you need support, I am here. So you might be thinking, okay, that sounds great, but what is the investment? But before I share with you, go break more into the phenomenal offer that sometimes I can't even believe I'm giving all of this away I just want to let you know, people have paid me hundreds and thousands of dollars to work with me one-on-one and in group. But I wanted to make this program available for a fraction of the price, because I want to see more people see results and wins. So this is just an example of what people have paid me in the past. And Deidre, $8,000 up front, and then she had a payment plan for the rest of the 18,000 paying full. Arnitra paid me $9,000 up front, and then another $1,000 after a couple months. Brittany, she paid $10,000 in full. These are one-on-one. Julie, 10,000 multiple payments. These are people who is like, you know, I'm ready. I don't want to just do it myself. I want hands-on implementation, coaching. You tell me exactly what to do. I'm gonna implement it. And if this is something that you know, like you want more support, just let me know, and I'm gonna drop that link later. You have the opportunity to work together with me and my team. But it's not going to be $10,000, okay? It's not going to be $18,000. Before I reveal the price, everything that you're going to get to do is what I can promise you. Within 12 weeks or less, you're going to have a mental shift when it comes to the content creation. From the breakdown step-by-step strategies that are going to shift your perspective of how you create content, the marketing psychology, the methods, the messaging, the confidence, and you'll have a new understanding and clarity of how to show up to get a result. And if you'll feel more authentic in the process, it will feel more natural. It won't feel icky. It won't feel like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And most of the process, essentially all the process is done for you. So the regular price is $4,997. Okay, but who's ready? Who's ready? It's not even $4,997. Today only, it is $1,497 plus all of the bonuses, or you can do 6 payments of $297. And so I'm gonna drop the link in the chat if you're ready right now. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat, okay? So it's only $1,497, and there are also Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm payment options. We're going to break that down. So not only do you get the bonuses I shared earlier, but you're also going to get high-end story selling. So this is a training. So you'll get the prompts as a bonus for being here today, for like the Canva template, sharing your stories. But this goes into this more of the psychology when it comes to Instagram stories. So there's reels, which I love, but there's also stories. So what are the prompts that you're actually going to want to create in your stories to actually get a conversion? And these stories work in Instagram. They also work on Facebook. So you'll have actual examples to model, but then also scripts to implement. Okay. Then mastering email marketing. So you'll have workflows already embedded in your business in a box backends, but you're also going to get sequences for you to go and use yourself. So if you want to have another welcome sequence, you know, emails that serve, because not only do you want to have the workflows, but you want to constantly be staying in your audience's face or in their inbox per se. So that way they're always hearing from you. So when it is time to sell, you know, they're ready because you haven't been a ghost. I can't stand people. I don't know if you have anyone that you're subscribed to where you only hear from them when they have an offer. People want to hear from you at all times. So you're always delivering value. Then you have captions that captivate. So you might have your reel, but okay, what kind of caption should you write? Because there's so many other elements. You post your reel, but what should go in the caption? What should go into the description to, again, entice them to connect with you, but then also take action, plus some AI prompts. And then you have bonus one-on-one strategy sessions. So for the first 5 people, you have one is if you pay in full, one-on-one fast track to cash session. So we go ahead and get the ball rolling. And then also you have a second call for your pre-launch strategy. So this is going to be the game plan for when it's time to do your own live launch, very similar to this one. All the deliverables, the workflow, make sure all the workflows and the funnels are all set in place. This is going to be necessary to have a successful launch. And then you have lifetime access to the community, which is really priceless. Connect with other like-minded entrepreneurs like yourself. And I will always say success happens because you have the right people in your life. At the end of the day, not everyone probably is going to understand what you're doing. I know as an entrepreneur, I can't talk to some of my friends because they don't get this world, where now I'm connected with other entrepreneurs that understand this, and we're able to grow and scale together. And so total value is really $25,000 with all of the bonuses. And the regular price is $4,997. But it's only $1,497 plus all the bonuses. One-time payment, lifetime access, or 6 payments of $297. If you're in already, just type I'm in the chat. I can't wait to connect with you. But then again, I said like, okay, maybe you do want to have more of that one-on-one implementation together. We're really building your business. Like I'm with you every step of the way. If that's you, go ahead and book a call. And when you book that call, me and my team will connect with you and we'll discuss what that looks like to get you started within the next week, because I'm here to see you win and make sales. So going back, pay in full, $14.97, 12 weeks to launch, high-end story selling, captions that convert, reels to revenue that convert, and the email marketing plus 2 one-on-one sessions. So this is available right now, but if you do not pay in full, you do not get the bonuses. So again, there are payment plans, $297 for the next 6 months. There's also a 3-pay $597 plan if that works better for you, but you won't have any bonuses and you will not have any savings. I also like to say that I guarantee results. So within 30 days, you'll see a shift in your content. You'll see a shift in your messaging. I guarantee leads are going to be coming in. And you should get your money back, because if you're selling an offer that's a minimum $1,000, that's just 2 sales. And we can get you those 2 sales if you are an action taker. And if for some reason, like, okay, you know what, I'm not satisfied with these 30 days, I will work with you personally for an additional 30 days, as long as you are showing up and putting in the work. If I look in 30 days and you haven't posted any content, okay, you haven't showed up for yourself, right? And so if you show up, I'm going to show up. So everything that you get, everything within 12 weeks to launch, you'll get high-end storytelling, you'll get the call out to cash flow, the marketing email templates, captions that captivate, coaching with me, close to $27,000 in value. But there's also a PayPal later option. What that is you pay 0 today, and it's 6 months interest free. All you have to do is text ready. And thank you, Taretha. Go talk to my husband. Okay, I'll be following up with you. Let me know. But you can go ahead and have them hop in right now. But yeah, it's or text 404-476-7277. Okay, so let's just do the math. Like I was saying, you have 1,000 followers, and because you don't need a huge following, you sell to 10 people per month. That's 10% of your audience. And this is assuming that your followers are people that are there for you. You charge $1,000. And if you get those 10 people, that's $10,000 right there. Already close to 6 figures. So this is definitely doable. So you choose and show up the content. So if you're ready to enroll, hit the link in the bio. Let's go ahead and enroll, and I'll just walk you through what that looks like. So it's going to take you to a page like this. Learn how to package, market, and automate and sell your offer on social media in 90 days or less. And then you're going to have a pay in full option. Pay in full option, you're just going to put your card information here, click the $14.97 pay in full. But you also have Afterpay or Affirm or Klarna. So they're all on the page. So you're going to click Afterpay, you're going to click Affirm, you're going to click Klarna. What it looks like, it's going to show you your options and your interest rate right there. And just to let you know, if you do Afterpay, Affirm, or Klarna, it works just as if it's pay in full. So if you do have any of these payment options, you will still get all of the bonuses as if you paid in full from your own bank account. Okay. Well, I mean, it's still coming from your bank account, but it's going to be the same. Then we have the PayPal later option. If you want to go that route, just text ready or 404-476-7277 that you want to go ahead and do the PayPal later option. I'll send you a personalized link. Then you'll click on PayPal later and it will give you your options right then and there. You'll continue your application. Once you do that, if you do the PayPal later option, you are going to need to click this link right here. So that way you make sure to get access to everything. And again, you will still get access to all of the bonuses with any of the payment plan options via Affirm, Afterpay, Klarna, or PayPal later. Once you do that, you'll get your welcome email. You'll get all of your goodies all on the inside and your access link to enter and enroll. So here are some testimonials I want to share. I hope that's all making sense with the checkout process. So this is Bianca. We only started about 3 weeks ago. We have all of our automation set up. We had 5 calls. We just signed 4 clients and 3 more calls this week. We're still building our program out and working on. Okay, I'll get it in just a second, honey. And we're going live and posting consistently. I'm so proud of how fast we've been able to hit the ground running. Our goal was to close 5 deals within the last 30 days. Well, the first 30 days, and we're almost there. So Bianca was able to close 4 high-ticket clients within just 30 days of execution. So it all comes down to implementation. This is a Bonetta. I got my first application and call yesterday. It went really well. I'm just trying to figure out some more of the logistics and what she was able to do. She got an application, she got a sale, all in the DM organically, and she was able to close a $2,600 client within just 30 days of joining. Careful, honey. This is our Nitra. We shared her story earlier. She went from 8K to almost 30K. This is Sierra. Sierra joined and she said, update, since implementing the steps you guys have showed me, it's been so much easier getting clients. I just signed up 11 new clients alone this month. Thank you so much. Your program is helping a lot. So this is what's possible. You know, no one's special. Everyone started off zero. They just did the work. Latoya was super nervous when she chose to invest in herself. She had a gym. She said she had about only a couple $1,000s left in her name. She was about to get evicted. She didn't know what she was going to do, but she knew she needed a change. So we put her on a payment plan. She showed up, she showed out, and within 30 days, she hit $14,000 within her business. Caitlin, she followed everything to D. She saw her earlier. She started changing up her content and her messaging of who she was speaking to. Within her first launch, she made close to $12,000, signing up 8 new clients. This can be you. Imagine this is you. You just let me know, would these results make sense to you? Would you love these kind of results? Yes? I'm gonna get it in just a second, honey, okay? This is Deetra. I just want to share her testimonial.
Well, I just finished my sales call. I can't believe I got the sale. Following exactly what you told me to do. It was just honestly so easy to follow. I'm just so grateful that you gave me this process. Every single thing that you told me to do, I did it and it was successful. It was wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. $3,800, 6 months with a down payment of $650. Oh my God, it happened. It happened. I'm so excited.
Yes, and so this is what's possible. Just 3 weeks, implement the content strategies, the marketing. She had the workflow and everything set up, and she was able to get her first sale all organically with content. How many of you like content organically making sales just from content alone? This is Connie.
Hey, what's going on? My God has blown my mind. Like Friday was my last day of work because now I'm at the point where I need to really fulfill these leads, fulfill these orders. But no, my conversion rate right now, based on the leads, like literally, I have 100 leads in my pipeline right now. And my conversion rate is like 23% right now. And I set a goal. We finally hit that 10K mark. Set a goal. We exceeded that. We damn near about to double it. I still got some hours left in this month, and I got some calls left tonight. So, hey, God has blown my mind beyond what I could ever ask or imagine. So yeah, no, this thing is growing, and this freaking video is still going viral. It's going viral on Facebook right now because I posted it to Facebook. It's doing well everywhere, and I'm at the point where it's like there's so many people that I can't talk to all of them. So I'm getting help now to filter all these leads and have these conversations for me because I just can't talk to everyone. Like it's too many people. And so now it's like I have someone helping me with my calls, and she's like, now I have a KPI now. Like I get her minimum 10 calls a week. She's able to transfer them to me, and we close 10 people a month, and this is repeatable. And 10 people a month, that's easy. We can do that. We can make that happen. I got to get it. Now I know, like, I get on 30 calls a month. I'm closing. We made the minimum of what we made this month, and we just keep repeating. So now we have those thresholds, and bro, God is amazing. Like, I'm excited. So, yeah, we here.
Yeah.
We are here.
So just imagine, like Akani, he followed the real process. He had a real like skyrocket. Since then, it's just been a domino effect. And when he said like he had to hire a team, 10 is duplicatable. It's now we're like 30 is duplicatable. And he's now consistently hitting anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000 a month since last year, being consistent with this strategy. He scaled, he skyrocketed. Now he's running ads only because he wants to scale it even further. But it was all organically, no ads. So just imagine like this could be you just showing up and creating the content. And if this is making sense, if you're like, oh my gosh, I would love those kind of results, just type yes in the chat. Like just say like, yes, this is me. I can do this. This is possible. And so the price is not $10,000. It's not $5,000. It's only, the investment is only $14.97 plus all of the bonuses with all of the strategy, or 6 payments of $297 if for some reason the Klarna firm does not process. But without the pay in full, you do not get access to all of the bonuses. And you definitely want access to that because it's going to help take a lot more of the guesswork out for you when it comes to the messaging and the content creation. Or again, there's the option of, okay, go potty, honey, go potty. Okay. Or there's always the option of PayPal later, 0 down. And you'll get access to everything still with the PayPal later option. Just text ready in the chat. But again, if you're not ready to do the pay in full, $297, but it's only $14.97. So you might have some questions. So that's why I'm here. Let's go into some commonly asked questions. So okay, might be okay, what if I'm not ready to invest in my business at this time? So I always like to say, there is no such thing as time. It's only what you choose to do with your time. And if you know that there's something that you need right now, why put it off 6 months? Why put it off a year from now when you can start seeing the results today and in 6 months be a lot further from you actually choosing to invest in yourself? Earlier, we said yes to our future, yes to the possibilities. But right now, how many of you are saying no? But why are you saying no? Is it fear? That seems like a lot of content to create. That seems like a lot of work. But you have someone with you every step of the way. And I like to say, broke people say like, oh, I can't afford that. But wealthy people, they always are thinking about how can I afford that? How can I make that happen? And how long have you desired or searching for a change or searching for answers to scale your online business? And I know it can be tough to invest in a program or a course. When I first invested in my business back in 2016, it was really scary because I had never invested in a coach or a program or a course ever before. I was trying to do everything myself. I was cutting corners. I was scrolling, comparing, and trying to copy other people. I'm like, oh man, maybe I'm not cut out for this. But one day I chose to say yes to myself and I never looked back, and I'm happy that I did. And we're in this together. Okay, every step of the way, every process. My goal is to see you win and get you your first win. And maybe you even had a post go viral before, but did it make you any sales? I've seen people like, oh, I'm going viral all the time, but they're not getting any conversions because they don't have the right strategy in place. And so you can choose to do nothing, be in the exact same place 90 days from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. Or you can choose to build and grow, and your business is only going to grow to the extent that you do. So what are you going to choose to do with your time? Klarna is an option. Afterpay is an option. Affirm is an option. PayPal later is an option. Just imagine where you can be in 30 days if you choose to show up and put in the reps today. More time freedom, more financial freedom, and more visibility for your brand and your business. And then you might be thinking, okay, what if I'm not social media or tech savvy? I haven't been posting content. What if I don't know if I'm cut out for this? That's absolutely okay if you're not social media savvy yet. You don't have to be tech savvy yet, because when you enroll, you're going to have access to in-depth trainings. Okay, we'll go there, honey. Okay. Did you sit down? Okay. You're going to have access to in-depth trainings. Even if you're a complete beginner, how to set up the content, how to set up the business, how to build and market, how to launch, how to sell, how to automate it with the exact scripts and templates. Okay. And then what makes this program or course different from others? Well, one, what makes this different than anything you possibly did before is because most courses are just like pre-recorded, super long videos, super long modules. Nothing is done for you. Your business isn't delivered to you in your inbox, or essentially everything's done, everything's scripted. The messaging is already there. Most people don't have a community or a support system with them every step of the way. I've invested in programs where I never even saw the person that I just invested in. I saw like all the other people, and it was just like, here's this worksheet, go and do it. There was no implementation. This is implementation. It's not just here's a ChatGPT prompt. How do you turn that ChatGPT prompt in AI to make it more personalized to your own? And all the trainings are less than 10 minutes. And then how do I know this will work for me? What if I don't get any clients? Well, this is clearly a mindset. This is a limiting belief. We all have them. And my mentor has once told me is like, your life will eventually arrive where your mind frequently visits. So you want to plant positive seeds. You want to plant affirmations. I can, I am, I will. What if this does work for me? If you always are thinking negative thoughts, if you're always thinking of the what if negative outcomes, that's what you're going to attract. So if you're saying this is going to work, I am going to do this. I am a content creator. I do attract, hundreds of clients. When you start reshifting that, you're going to start attracting that, and it's going to come a lot easy for you. So think about, how can I make this work? What if it does work? What if it brings me so many clients that I'm going to have to hire someone just like a Connie? He had no idea. He's like, I'm just going to show up. I'm going to stay committed. And when he showed up, God showed out. And so he had no idea that was going to happen for his page, for his business, for his bottom line, for his family. He just had a new baby. He was able to take a month off, all from the power of content creation, brand deals, everything. And so even I recently spoke to a client, 200 followers. She doesn't even have a huge audience, but she's been implementing the strategies, and she closed 5 new clients into her program, all from showing up online with her content. So envision that being you. Yes, this is you. Yes, I can do this. And in the next 30 days, see where you will be. And so if you are ready to enroll, again, the link is in the chat. Go ahead and roll now. I'm going to drop it in the link, the chat one more time for those of you who are ready. And I just want to say that it is my goal to help you achieve more awareness, more attention, more attraction of the right clients. Even if you have a small audience, even if you're just getting started, even if you're an introvert and you're currently not posting regularly, or you're posting, but it's just not connecting, or it's not as consistent. You're not going to pay $10,000. You're not going to pay $5,000. Today, it's only $14.97 plus all of the bonuses, or 6 payments of $297 with the payment options available right on the page. You do only get the bonuses if you pay in full. Again, access to high-end storytelling, reels to rev, reels that convert, call outs to cash flow, captions, email marketing, your business in a box, plus the 2 coaching sessions with me, personalized strategy to get the ball rolling in your content and within your business. Okay, so there's no excuse for why you wouldn't succeed. All you have to do is choose to show up and invest in yourself and invest in the growth of your business and do the uncomfortable things. And again, there is that 0 down option with PayPal later. So again, if you're ready, hit the enroll button or text ready to 404-476-7277. And I cannot wait to see you on the other side. I cannot wait to see you win. Thank you so much, Reggie. And then again, if you need more time, there will be emails that are going to go out. There is still time left to enroll, or you can shoot me a text message, connect with me in the DM. Okay. But I can't wait to see you win. Again, thank you for being here and staying with me to the end in this room. Can't wait to help you package, market, automate, and sell your offer within the 90 days or less using Reels. So if you have any questions, now is the time to hop off if you do have any questions. But I look forward to seeing you on the inside and on the gram. So do you have any questions at all, Reggie?
Not at the time, Elle, but I definitely appreciate the time and appreciate the value. You broke it down well. So, you connected some of those points that I was had questions about, from the calls, the previous calls. So I appreciate you connecting that for me.
Yeah. So am I going to see some content from you like next week?
Yeah, you challenged me. Definitely. So I'm going to commit myself to providing some content. Definitely.
Okay. So what day am I going to see content from you?
Let's say by Thursday of next week.
Okay. So Thursday next week, I'm going to hold you to. I'm going to come to your page. I'm going to text
definitely.
you.
Please. Definitely. I really appreciate it.
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay. Have a blessed night.
All right. You too. Stay blessed. All right.
Bye-bye.